let's start the discussion.
Okay.
The first I say the opinion that I have. In Japan, the many kinds of people think we should postpone the Olympic the next year or the more next year. Because the recently Japan could decrease the number of people who infect the COVID-19, but to be held the Olympic, the many kinds of people that come in Japan, and it is likely to expand the COVID-19 again. So I think we should postpone the Olympic next year. And the many kinds of the torch runner introduce the opinion with against the Olympics. So which opinion do you have?
Well, I think with the situation of things presently, it is not advisable for people to meet in large gatherings, in large groups. Basically because as of now, we know that from when the coronavirus until now, it has stretched longer than any of us thought it was going to last. But right now, the World Health Organization help us to understand that we are around the second wave of the pandemic. And for some countries, it is even likely the third wave of the pandemic. I think things did slow down at some point, but when we look at the news presently, we see that it is gradually increasing. The number of infected persons are coming up again stronger. And for Japan, it was really an issue because the month of December, January, that was actually cold in Japan, winter. I think that also made a favorable condition for the coronavirus to increase, because as we know, the virus works faster and operates better in a cold weather. So it probably did make things to escalate. So having to hold the Olympics is not going to be a good idea. Why? We do not know how many people are actually infected with the virus out there. So having to put them together in an organized group for the pandemic, for the Olympics, is not going to be advisable, because it is going to only increase the spread of the pandemic. Remember, it started just in Tokyo, but now we have it in most of the other big cities in Japan. So this is something that the government want to take special note to before deciding whether to accept for the Olympic to be held this year. I think it should be postponed also to some later years.
The recently the limited the many the student and the salesperson the limited to go outside, but limited the last month. But the many kinds of this limited is removed the last week, and we often go to the outside to go to school and to go to office, and the number of people who infected the COVID-19 is increasing. Again. So if the Olympic is held this summer, definitely the number of people who infected will increase
obviously
more than now. So I should postpone the
Yes.
the
The Olympics.
yeah but the other person
Some people.
some people who want to hold the Olympic
Olympics. Yeah.
I think I understand these the thoughts. The Olympic sports give us the many the courage. I say that in summary, in the 2011 the Eastern Japan disaster that occurred
Yes.
in this year. Do you know it?
The disaster that occurred in Eastern Japan 2011.
Yeah.
Was it the flood?
It has the earthquake and the wave, and many huge people died and victims.
Okay, a good number of people died.
Yeah. So and the atomic the electric the atomic electric the plantation.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Is the broken by the wave, and huge people must go out from the place. So
Okay.
the everyone living in the Japan feels sadness.
Okay. Yeah.
And this time held legend match with the soccer game. And it is the very good idea because the many kinds of people feel the courage and the moving these games. Listen, now we feel the boring or sad because we can't move and go outside smoothly.
Yeah, as you would have loved to.
Yeah, so I understand that the idea. So it is difficult topics. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. That is true. Yes, true. It's difficult. And at this point, it's just to weigh the two of them to see which one has more disadvantage, a greater disadvantage over the other.
Yeah.
We know that, it's true, people would love to have the pandemic to meet with others, to feel the joy, the excitement, the courage they get from having to watch these games. But also, lives are important. Lives are at stake.
Yeah.
Because in everything, we want to think about our health first.
Yeah.
So since it's a pandemic, I think the most advisable thing to do would be to postpone the Olympics for a later time so as to reduce the number of infected persons, and the government will have more time to focus on those that are already infected, trying to help them to be able to recover from this deadly COVID-19 virus.
Yeah.
So that's my thought on this.
So it's important for us to live health and the safe living. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought.
Exactly. That is true.
So
okay.
In fact, advisable. As we know, big nuclear power plantation. We would love to